Now more than ever is a time to build community, so let's shift our leadership mindset. The Generous Leadership Challenge can get us all started. Colorado-based entrepreneur and founder Trisha Halsey recently joined me over Zoom. Take a look. Trisha, thanks for being with us. Let's go ahead. We'll start out by learning a little bit more about you. First, I know that you're a Colorado-based mom and entrepreneur, though, right?
Yes, I am. Yes, I'm a Colorado-based entrepreneur and mom. Yep. I start businesses and I can't get enough of them. And I love to lead. Yep.
Well, let's go ahead and go a little bit further with that. What does it mean to you to actually lead, and how do we get leadership wrong a lot of the times?
Yeah, so I lead in a lot of different spheres. I work in the education space and then also with for-profits, and across the board, people tend to think that leadership is a style or a certain amount of skills that you have. And that's the wrong way to approach leadership. Leadership is actually a being issue. Leadership comes from who you are, and therefore people trust you and follow you. So it's not manipulating and acting a certain way, it's becoming.
So if you will, define, because I'm fascinated by this, define generous leadership.
Yeah. Generous leadership is abundantly giving of yourself so that others may be better people who do better work. Because leadership should never be about the leader. Leadership is always about others. And people trust leaders who are for them and who give so that they can be better.
And I understand there's 3 principles to this, and I'd love for you to explain them.
Yes. So generous leadership is a paradigm. It's not a style. It's not a book that you can pick up and just all of a sudden overnight become. It's a paradigm, a way of seeing and understanding. And it's made up of 3 lenses. How do you see yourself? So seeing yourself as valuable and worthy, not worthless. Seeing people as people, not objects. And then seeing your work as sacred and not ordinary, meaning meaningful, purposeful. And when a leader can see from these 3 lenses, then they have the foundation of a generous leader, somebody that people would trust and want to follow.
Wouldn't we all, right? Well, do you have an example maybe of a generous leadership?
Sure. I can think of, as a mom, and maybe this relates to other moms who are listening, I have a preteen son, and he can get a little moody sometimes, and I can choose to confront and discipline and send him to his room, or I could choose to take a generous leadership approach and set myself and my own desire to be in control aside and actually see him and have empathy and put myself in his shoes and call things out like, I know you're kind and I know you're strong and you're a brave young man. And when I see him and I take the time to validate and call out who he is and set aside my own agenda, then he exits the moodiness and he becomes a better version of himself. So that's just a practical everyday example of generous leadership, but it applies to families, to companies, to schools, across the board.
Whew. Sometimes it's a challenge, though. I understand.
Yes.
Describe the Generous Leadership Challenge, rather, and then how people can take part in this.
Yeah. So the Generous Leadership Challenge was birthed out of my work. I do a lot of work in schools with students, with teachers, and it was really just a demand. They said, how can we apply the principles that you teach us in other spheres of our lives? And so the Generous Leadership Challenge is free. It's not a program. It's just a structure. It's a structured kind of gift. It's just a gift to the world. And it's meant for families, for businesses, for schools, and any individuals who want to do it. It's a multi-week experience where you engage in purposeful actions that shift the way that you see in those 3 lenses. And it culminates in a creative project that inspires others to be better. We provide the community and the structure, and you can make it your own.
Sounds wonderful. To learn more about the Generous Leadership Challenge and to get started on your path of leading generously, visit generousleadership.org. You can also follow them on social media at #GLChallenge. We will want you to know that Denver 7 is here to help your business during these difficult times. Our viewers love Mile High Living, so be a part of our show and share your products and services. Let us know that you're still open. To learn more about being featured on Mile High Living, give us a call at 303-832-0215 or email Brian Joyce at thedenverchannel.com. Well, thanks for being with us here on Mile High Living. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Furniture provided by Colorado Casual Furniture.
Da, 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 da.